Yeah, hello everybody. My name is Richard Castellan. I'm a Canadian living in the Netherlands. I'm currently the editor of Blockchain News, and I'm very interested in blockchain, obviously. I'm working in various parts of the industry. I entered this hackathon mainly to find some partners and people also interested in energy and blockchain, similar to what I'm interested in. My team currently is myself, and I'm working with an executive from an yet to be an unnamed, let's call it energy company, who has a lot of domain knowledge. He's actually at the C-level of a global organization, so really has that kind of domain knowledge that we really need to push forward the idea of a peer-to-peer energy trading network built on the blockchain. So that's what we're doing. We met and came together actually through, I did a hackathon in the Netherlands called Hack for Energy about a month ago. And our winners actually in the hackathon built a peer-to-peer energy trading platform on a Hyperledger, interestingly enough, because we were working with IBM. So this person in the energy industry came to me and was asking about, more information about it for their own company, and that's how I came together with the person that I'm currently working with. So a little bit about my background. Yes, as I said, my name is Richard Castellan. I'm from the Netherlands, or sorry, I'm from Canada. I'm from Vancouver originally, but I live in the Netherlands. I'm the editor of Blockchain News. I'm also involved with another organization called the Blockchain Ecosystem Network at Beacon.global. I'm on the steering committee, and we're a global organization around blockchain. I've also helped with a couple of ICOs. So I've worked with Decent. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're a content blockchain startup. We raised 4.2 million recently. It was really great in about a month. I've also been working with InChain, which is an insurance ICO. I'm on their advisory team as well. And I'm very interested in hackathons, so it's quite interesting. I've been doing hackathons for quite a few years. And I'm working on something for next year in London called hack.ether.camp. Now, what am I hoping to achieve over the next 5 weeks of the hackathon here is to really find a great team of people who are interested in, basically creating prosumers out of consumers, allowing people to really make this big giant step towards energy, renewable energy sources, and not only producing more for their own goods and their own uses in their own houses, but also being able to share that and sell it if they have excess, or buy it when they have less. So the blockchain is really built for this, and there's a lot of movement going on in this space. There's projects going on right now, pilots going on in Australia. Some of you might have heard of the Brooklyn Microgrid project. That's probably the most famous one. And there's stuff going on in Germany as well. So, but I don't know, from what I can tell so far, there's nothing going on with Ethereum. The projects I've seen have been either private blockchains or they're working with Bitcoin. So there's space enough to go in this direction. Longer term expectations, yeah, world domination, seriously, offering the industry an open source solution. We don't want to be proprietary. We want to be completely open. We'd love to put this behind a foundation. And it's not about, making the next killer unicorn that's going to take over the industry and sell out the VC, get involved and all that crap. It's not a typical startup that way. We just want to do something very cool. We want to do something open source. We want to run it behind a foundation. And we just want to make it available, an Ethereum option to the energy community as we go forward with this. So that's the idea. There are other projects, as I said, being done in Hyperledger and also with Bitcoin. But let's do something in Ethereum together. So if you're interested, give me a shout, and we'll work it out. Okay, let's talk about the complexity of this project, because what's interesting is our last hackathon, the guys that built it in Hyperledger, it was a 48-hour weekend hackathon for energy. And of course, blockchain wasn't the only thing we were working with. We were working with Internet of Things. We were working with Watson. So we had artificial intelligence, big data. It was a lot of things in combination that we had together, which was really interesting. And we can also use this with the Ethereum project as well for energy. I mean, I have access to, any IBM technology that we might need around Watson, for instance, and also Internet of Things. So if we want to go into sensors and start building hardware, prototypes and stuff like that, that's all there. I work with the Rotterdam Internet of Things Academy. So there is, the possibility to get some Arduino. So if there's any hardware guys out there that also think they have some great ideas around sensors, that's also a possibility. But I believe that the judges will be impressed with this topic as well. I think this is a winner, we can actually make a difference in improving the future and empowering people to control their own energy output and input. In fact, creating the next generation of energy use, in a sense. So please vote for us if you want a better world for your children and their children. Please vote for us if you want to see blockchain used in a new industry that really needs to have a bit of fat trimmed out of the middle. There's too many middlemen in this industry. There's all these grid operators. The power industry is a mess. It's like the music industry. You know, you've got producers and you've got record labels. And you've got all these people between the artist and the fan. Well, we want to do the same thing in energy. We want to create an environment where, you know, the people that are creating the power are the ones consuming it, and really make that trade come between people themselves rather than all these energy companies and everything in the middle. And that may sound kind of strange. Well, why does my partner who's in the energy industry at the highest level want to get involved with something that is really cannibalistic to his own industry? And I'll tell you why. Because they realize that it's an inevitability that this will happen in the future. So they really just want to be on top of it and make sure that they're part of it. Rather than just sort of saying, you know, being Uberized or being Airbnb'd by the next project that comes out of nowhere, they want to make sure that they're on top of it. And there could be other ways of support that I'm not going to get into now. There's a lot of stuff I need to keep into stealth mode, but, you know, there's also some other funding that could kick in. Spin-off kind of stuff I'm not going to go into detail too much about, but yeah, join the club, guys.